Up, Flip Smart with AMG family, back here again with another video. Today we're going to be going over driving for dollars virtually and how it works and how to start doing it today to start getting these wholesale deals. Okay guys, so you want your first wholesale deal without cold calling lists, gas money, or wasting time around just driving in the sun, especially right now in the summer. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step how to get deals using virtual driving for dollars, even if you only have your phone and Google Maps. But if you guys can get a laptop, your life will be a whole lot easier. Now, if you guys need a laptop, Best Buy's got them for $100-200. You can go either to Best Buy or Amazon, but really you just need your phone and Google Maps. But like I said, get a laptop. It's going to make your life a whole bunch easier. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, so driving for dollars virtually is a strategy for finding distressed or abandoned homes. So when we're on Google Maps and we're going through each property by property, we're looking for specifically boarded up windows, grown grass, piled up mail, roof damage, and any signs of a fire damage or blue tarps are our best friend. Once you guys find the address on Google Maps virtually, you're going to write down the address, look up the owner, and reach out and offer to help them. Now, most wholesalers get one deal for every 300 to 500 leads that they find from picking them up off the driving for dollars list. So at the end of the day, guys, it's a numbers game. If you guys can get 300, 500, 1,000 addresses, increase your chances of getting a wholesale deal. So, when I first started, I didn't really have much of direction when I started wholesaling, especially with virtual driving for wholesaling, right? Or driving for dollars in your car. You're kind of just out there. You're really pumped up. You're like, I'm going to get a deal. I'm going to talk to somebody, but you might not know how to get them in the database, right? Get them in your contact book and somehow turn that into a sale, turn that into a conversion. So when we're talking about doing the D for D, right, and especially virtually, what we have to think about is getting more addresses. The more addresses, the better, and that will grow our database. So then think about it. If we had 1,000 driving for dollars leads in January, that's 1,000. Then next month's another 1,000. Next month's another 1,000. By the end of the year, you're going to have 12,000 driving for dollars leads in your database. So now database is the number one thing that I'm always pushing on, because your database will keep growing, right? You have 12,000 leads, and then next year you're going to have 30,000 leads. So look at it in that angle, right? Don't look at it as, oh, I haven't got a wholesaling deal or I don't know everything. Right now, just focus on building up that list, building that database, and these people so you can start nurturing the leads. When we're talking about specifically virtually driving for dollars, it's a whole lot cleaner, guys, because it doesn't matter about the weather. We don't have to spend time driving, spend money on gas. We're just doing it virtually using the Google Maps Street View platform. Okay? Very, very simple. You're just scrolling online, not in your car. It works in any market. Okay? It's about 70 to 75% effective. Now, sometimes Google doesn't update all the streets, right? But like I said, about 70 to 75% of it is effective. Okay? Now, the good part about this, it's completely free. Unless you guys hire a virtual assistant to start doing this for you at $4 to $6 an hour, it's completely free. And then once you guys get a wholesale deal, you guys could bring on a virtual assistant and then give them some training so they could help you do this. But for right now, just keep it old school and you go out there and start building these lists, build that database. Guys, very simple. More people in that database, more opportunities. Next thing we're going to be going over today, guys, is how to use Google Maps for free virtual driving for dollars. So let's get started so you guys know exactly how to do this on your laptops. First step, we're going to go to Google Maps, okay? Once getting into Google Maps, we're going to drop into Street View. Okay, now once we're in Street View, we can start scrolling through the streets like you're virtually driving. So all you gotta do is click the pad, and once you click the pad, it'll send you forward, and you could also go backwards. So Google Maps makes it very easy. You just tap on the actual mouse of the laptop, or if you have an external mouse, and you can pivot, go up and down streets, get to different neighborhoods. It's all on the trackpad. Okay, guys. So once you guys find a qualified property that looks abandoned, write down the address. Okay, guys. And once we have the address, then we can skip trace the address, right? At the end of the day, we want to go direct to the homeowner. So we will use platforms like either XLeads or Deal Machine. So either of these can help you with getting the skip tracing. But it's completely up to you guys on what platform you guys like better. But at the end of the day, you're gonna need to use one of those platforms to skip trace the owner. So I recommend getting a big list first. A way that I recommend to organize a list is using Google Sheets, right? We're gonna do one tab for address, one tab for name, one tab for phone number, one tab for original date contacted, and notes for each house that we recorded. Now, something to keep in mind, guys, some areas have better, newer Google images than others. So if you're stuck in an outdated area, just look at upcoming locations, just scroll around a little bit, click around, and you'll see that most of the neighborhoods are updated. So my recommendation, you guys, is start in friendly virtual markets. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Baltimore, Maryland, Dayton, Ohio, Fresno, California, and San Bernardino, California. Now, another great market is also Cleveland, Ohio for beginners. Guys, I personally live in LA and I wholesale here. I use my laptop for everything. I personally drive for dollars in LA, and there's tons of deals, tons of old distressed builds that are just waiting for someone to just pick them up, put them under contract, and wholesale those puppies. Guys, we're going to be going over what softwares I recommend when doing virtual driving for dollars. That's going to be Deal Machine plus XLeads. First platform I'll go over is Deal Machine. When you're ready to make life a little bit easier, Deal Machine will help you to actually locate each parcel while you're driving for dollars. So it makes it very easy to figure out exactly what property you're looking at on Google Maps. So we can do a few things on Deal Machine. That's going to be click to add leads, see owner's info, and the biggest thing I would say is tag properties. Like I mentioned, guys, this platform is gold for that. They have absolutely mastered that. Now, that's what I would use Deal Machine for, okay? I will use it specifically just for actually tracking down the addresses and logging and organizing all your leads, okay? Now, next platform that I will recommend for all the other things that we need when doing this is going to be XLeads, right? So XLeads, once we have our list updated with the right addresses and everything, we can actually use XLeads to skip trace, right? We can skip trace the leads. Now, we could also track our leads because there's a CRM inside of XLeads, so we can run our SMS, cold calls, and email follow-ups from XLeads, right? So that's why I mentioned Deal Machine is more for the acquisition and getting it into your database. And then XLeads is more for cleaning up and data and making sure that everything's organized and systematized, right? So XLeads helps you a lot with staying consistent and closing deals. When you guys combine Deal Machine plus XLeads, you've got a full virtual wholesaling system in place, guys, ready to scale. Now, when I started about 5-6 years ago in real estate wholesaling, all I knew was Deal Machine. At the time, XLeads was not around. And at the time, Deal Machine did not offer any free skip tracing. You actually had to pay like 10 cents per skip trace. So you guys should take advantage of these platforms because they're doing so many good things for the wholesaler nowadays that you guys should just take advantage. It's a few $100 to get started with these softwares, and you guys will close deals, guys. Now remember, what I said throughout this video. It's database, right? Grow your database, okay? This is a relationship business. Real estate is just a byproduct, right? We want a list of 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 homeowners that have abandoned absentee properties that is just burning money in their pocket and it's not making them any money. So these two things to be successful in wholesaling real estate. It's going to be growing our database as big as we can with qualified leads and making sure we nurture them, and confidence, guys. Confidence is not something you can purchase at Walmart, on Amazon, or anywhere, guys. So I suggest every single day, guys, making sure that you're incorporating fitness, you're watching your health, you're making sure everything's good with you. That way you can show up confident. So then you could actually put these things into action, because as much as I can say all this information, or any other YouTuber, a wholesaler can say this information, if you don't have confidence to install this stuff and make it happen, it's not going to happen. So I know that it's very hard, guys, especially when starting out and you haven't seen the proof of concept of a deal. But just stay consistent and follow what I'm saying. Now, we have one more thing I want to cover in this video, and that will be pretty much everything we need to start going out there and virtually driving for dollars. We're done with this video, guys. I want to go over a 30-day game plan and what it's going to look like when you guys have the ability to add on a virtual assistant to help you get more deals. So here's how to land your first deal using virtual driving for dollars. So we want to stay consistent, okay, guys? We don't want to just do overkill on one day and then not be consistent on the other day. So day 1 through 30, I want you guys to add 30 to 50 properties a day to your database, okay? I want you to skip trace these properties and contact at least 10 of these guys per day, okay? We're going to be tracking the leads. Remember, guys, use Google Sheets to track the leads. You guys can use Google Sheets or Trello. I really like that platform, and it's nothing, guys. It's a free platform. So Trello and Google Sheets, and just make sure that you're logging them and setting up the timelines for each seller. Okay, we just have to be consistent every day, guys. That's what I learned about 5 years in this business. It's being consistent and dialing in on our focus, okay? Because we could say we're focused on real estate, but guess what? There's 1,000 different things you can do in real estate. Property management, doing leases, being a real estate agent, being a wholesaler. There's so many things you can do in real estate. You need to focus, okay? Focus and consistency, okay? So if we keep that on for 30 days, at the end of those 30 days, we're going to have about 900 to 1,500 leads a month. That's more than enough for your first deal, you guys, okay? So that's going to be pretty much you running it solo. When you're first starting out, guys, I recommend you do it as many hours as possible where you can be consistent. Now, if you have a friend or siblings, anyone around you, try to get them to team up with you and do like another 2 to 4 hours of virtually driving for dollars. That way, instead of 900 to 1,500 leads, you guys have 2,500 to 3,000 leads. So the way that I did it starting out, I got a few buddies. Everyone started getting their own pockets, right? And sure enough, guys, we started closing deals because we started growing that database, okay? Now, once you guys are ready to get a virtual assistant, or let's say maybe you're in a scenario where you're working 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week at your job and you don't have time to do this at all, well, what you can do is hire a virtual assistant from either Fiverr or Upwork, okay? Now, you're going to hire them, pay them about 4 to 6 hours, right? And usually what you can do is just go in there and type in real estate driving for dollars and they will pop up, okay? There's people that already know how to do this, okay? So depends on who you hire. They might be okay with an hourly wage, $4 to $6. Some of them actually charge per property. Some of them charge 50 cents per property. So have them scroll the Google Maps, add leads to Deal Machine, organize and skip trace through X leads, and that would be an alternative I can give you guys if you're working a lot of hours, but you do have that extra capital to be able to invest to start growing your database for wholesaling real estate. if you stayed through the whole video, I really appreciate it because that means that you're really serious about getting wholesaling deals. So whether you're starting for free with Google Maps by yourself, or you're going all in with the virtual assistants and everything, just start today, guys. Today is the best day to start, okay? Overthinking and getting in our own way is not going to get us results. I'd rather you guys do some small level activity every single day consistently. Like, I'd rather you be consistent for 1 hour every day for 7 days than versus doing 8 hours one day and then you don't do anything for the other days, right? Because it's not only getting this database, organizing it, skip tracing it, you have to nurture it. You have to pretend like you're running a garden. You're literally every day watering these leads and making sure that you're giving them what they need. You're basically their representative, right? You're helping them get through the process of selling their house because they can't list it with a realtor. Let's face it, guys. If the thing's beat up, it's abandoned, it's in crumbs, right? They can't just go and list it with a realtor, okay? They need your help. So provide that assistance and go out there, guys. Clock these 20, 30, 50,000, six-figure deals. I believe in you guys. Let's make it happen. Before you guys log off the video, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys are looking to get more content from me here at Flip Smart with AMG. And also, if you guys have any ideas for future videos or you have any suggestions to improve the channel, just leave them down in the comment section and I'll check them out. I'll be sure to go through them and make it happen for you guys. So you guys have a great rest of your day and go out there and crush it wholesaling real estate 2025 this summer, guys. Summer's the best time to start because people have free time to talk to you. So go on there, get these leads, start talking to them, your contact book, and start closing these deals. See you guys soon.